making sure that we minimise waste and reuse wherever possible, but also just going into techno zones, having a look, seeing what's out there, and for perhaps people that are thinking about careers, what better than to go into a STEM career and help solve the problems that we need to solve. Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Kate McKinley there, the REACT Sustainability Director, talking not least about the Red Arrows flying here for the first time on sustainable aviation fuel.
Have they got all 9 this time? Yeah, photo, maybe photo.
And instantly you see 6 and 7 sit behind row 1, 8 and 9 clamps to form our world famous Diamond 9. Reaching a height of over 5,500 to 6,000 feet, the aircraft now slowing down as Red 1 brings them back down and twists them around to the right. Leading the team for his second year as team leader is Red 1, scoring the jump bomb, known as Bondi. Bondi's been in the team for 7 years. He took a break and then came back as the leader in 2024. He's a former Typhoon pilot, former qualified flying instructor on the Tucano, where he was the Tucano display pilot in 2012. And Bondi would like to wish a massive happy birthday to Ruben, who's 14 today. Team now put themselves into 9 Arrow. The smoke comes on for 9 Arrow presents, once again, it's the Red Arrows. On the right of Red 1 is Red 2, Lieutenant Rob Thomas. Rob is in his first year on the team. Initially he was taken from training and made into an instructor on the Hawk team on a 1 and 2 squadron based at Orion Valley. Before then completing his own training and joined the Typhoon Force, where he served on 3 squadron with operations over Iraq and Syria. He's also been an instructor on 29 squadron operational conversion units, all based at Orion Closely in Lincolnshire. You'll now see the wings start to move backwards. That neck starts to move forward. 8 and 9 stay wide as they come round for one of the widest shapes and biggest shapes that we fly. In from the left, the smoke comes on. In the Swan. Once again, Red 1 pulls them up as over 400 miles per hour, showing the efficiency of the pilots. Maintain red formation in the loop, however, showing how good they are, they then change formation in the loop from Swan into Shuttle. Reaching a height of over 6,000 feet, aircraft slowing now only 220 miles an hour. The controls are not less restricted. The speed now starting to build. 200, back to 300, back to 400 miles per hour as Red 1 brings them around to the left. You can hear those commands from Red 1. They're almost robotic and monotone in this delivery, and that's because we fly our formation by ear rather than by eye. And it means the pilots on the outside of formation need to put their control input just in a little bit earlier to ensure that we have the moving formation as one rather than a ripple effect. The neck extends and we form one of the shapes of the most iconic aircraft ever in aviation history. Coming in from the left, the smoke will come on for the Concorde! record. To the left-hand side of that centre stand is red 3, Flemington Andrew McEwen. Macker is in his first year at the team. He flew the AV-8B Harrier variant on exchange with the United States Marine Corps, before then coming back to the UK and joining the world-famous 617, the Dambuster Squadron, at RAF Marham, where he flew the 5th generation newest RAF fighting aircraft, the F-35B. You now see Red 2 and 3 move forwards, the rear section to form the Delta Wing. 2025 celebrates the 20th anniversary of the Royal Air Force Typhoon Display Team. In from the right, in honour of their 20th anniversary, this is the Typhoon Roll. On the right-hand side, all the way back of that formation at the rear, is Red 4, scoring at Chris McCann. This is going to be extremely good at the back of that formation. Let's have a look through the entire formation at Red 1, because we take our formation references from Red 1, and not necessarily the person who's on the inside. Red 4 Squadron McCann is in his 2nd year of the team. Again, he was taken from training and made an instructor on the Tucano before completing his training and joining the mighty Tornado GR4 Force, where he also flew with 617, the Dambuster Squadron. And Chris is a recipient of an Air Force Cross for his service on operations over Afghanistan. The Royal Air Force, of course, is synonymous with its operations in the air domain. However, we now have a capability in both space and cyber. And with a nod to that capability, in from the left, this is Apollo. As I said, there are 11 pilots on the Red Arrows. We've got Reds 1 through 9 displayed for his day. They are commanded by Wing Commander Adam Collins. Red 11, he was airborne, first chasing the flight past with the E7. He's a former Red 10, former Tornado GR4 pilot. He also flew the F-111 while on exchange with the Royal Australian Air Force. Myself, Red 10, my 4th and final year on the team, former Tornado GR4 pilot, former qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T-Mark 2. We now see Reds 8 and 9 move to the outside, Reds 6 and 7 split behind Reds 2 and 3. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, another fantastic photo opportunity in from the left. The colourful Big Vixen. There's a small door at the base of the aeroplane towards the rear. And this has twofold effect on the aircraft. The first means the pilots fly with a higher throttle setting, thereby producing a hotter engine gas temperature, and it makes the smoke colours burn a lot more brightly. The second is it disturbs the airflow outside the back of the aeroplane, and it makes that smoke billow a lot more fuller. And therefore, in certain manoeuvres throughout the display, we'll use this technique to enhance those manoeuvres. The command is given once again, and Reds 6 and 7 sit behind Red 1, Reds 8 and 9 you can see moving all the way in trail on the main formation. For one of the most popular, if not the most popular manoeuvre, the Red Arrows fly. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, get your cameras ready. From the right, it's Tornado time! The abort call is made from Reds 9 as Reds 8 and 9 roll around the rest of the formation. But watch for the colour change as Red 1 brings them down the line. the Regestations, and they are known as the Blues due to the colour of their blue flying coverall that they wear during the display season. There are a number of Blues here today at our public relations tent, so please pop around, have a word with them, find out what their roles are in the RAF and of course within the Red Arrows. Inside those Blues, we have 11 individuals who get to fly in the back of our aircraft in between displays when we cannot take the full engineering complement. They are known as Circus. One individual will be at every show is Circus 10 to film the show for safety and debriefing purposes. And today, that is AS1 Emily Muir. Once again, we've joined into our Diamond 9. This will be our last opportunity in the Diamond 9 before we start the second half. So once again, from the left in our Diamond 9, it's the Red Arrows. With the 5-4 split. And in the second half we break down to two distinct sections. On the left hand side you have Reds 1 through 5 known as Enid, named after Enid Blyton's famous 5. And from the right, Reds 6, 7, 8 and 9 known as Hannah. Named after squad leader Ray Hannah, one of the first members of the Red Arrows, he took the team from a 7 to a 9 and formed our world famous Diamond 9. Enid from the left, Hannah from the right, for the 5-4 cross. Keep your eye on Enid to the right hand side. Moving in from the left to sit behind Red 1 is Red 5 and sitting in trail is Red 4. Number 4 roll goes. Number 4 rolls around the smoke of Enid. Sat behind Red 1 is Red 5, Flight Lieutenant Dusty Wells, known as Dusty. Dusty is in his second year on the team. He's originally the Typhoon pilot with 11 Squadron, as well as being instructor of 29 Squadron and also being part of the 41 Squadron, the Test and Evaluation Squadron, all based at RAF Colmsby in Lincolnshire. Look directly to your front, you've got Hannah running back in, Reds 89 rolling around the rest of the synchro. Once again, get your cameras ready for the Hannah break. Reds 6 and 8 go off to our left hand side, Reds 7 and 9 go off to our right hand side. Hannah and the synchro player are led by the synchro leader, squad leader Tom Hansford. Tom is in his third and final year of the team. He's a former qualified weapons instructor on the Typhoon, where he would teach all the weapons technical information and tactics to the entire Typhoon force. And Tom also received a Distinguished Flying Cross for his service on operations over Iraq and Syria. Each pair will now dive down to the airfield. They'll only be 100 feet above the airfield and closing speed at over 900 miles per hour for the Hannah Pass. Reds 8 and 9 go up and down in the roller coasters. Reds 6 and 7 initially stay flat. Pull goes, the call from Red 6 to our right hand side as both 6 and 7 pulling up to 6G. To our left hand side is Red 7, Flight Lieutenant George Hopday. George in his second year of the team. Again, he was taken from training and made an instructor on the Tucano before then joining the Typhoon Force. Serving on 11 Squadron, again with a service on operations over Iraq and Syria. As the synchro pair come back to meet in the middle to complete the manoeuvre called the Boomerang. Each aircraft has to be they pull hard now to 6G, turning the Boomerang into the Cyclone. Look to your right hand side and you can see the TV. Look to your left-hand side, you can see Red 9 coming in. He's travelling at over 500 miles per hour as he lines up with Enid to perform the Goose. Ollie is in his third year on the team, a former Tornado GR4 pilot, former qualified flight instructor on the Hawk T Mark II. Look directly to your front, you can see the nose lights twinkling in the distance of the synchro pair. Red 6 starts to ease up with Red 7 on our left in Tango. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get your cameras ready for another fantastic photo opportunity. This is the one you do not want to miss. The smoke comes on for the world famous Synchro Heart. And coming in from the top right hand side is Red 8 as he spears the heart. Red 8 is Flight Lieutenant Rich Walker, an very experienced aviator. He's flown Harrier, he's flown Typhoon, and he's also been a qualified flight instructor on the Hawk T Mark II. Let's give the synchro pair of Red 8 a massive round of applause for a wonderful heart in the skies of Ria. Of course, I'd like to dedicate today's heart to all our friends, family and partners who are here today as we are celebrating Saturday's show. Keep your eye on the synchro pair as they come back to the display line once again at 100 feet. That closing speed of over 900 miles per hour. They'll perform a barrel roll. They'll cross in the middle, only 30 metres wingtip to wingtip. That's only 100 feet. Followed by a second barrel roll in the double rolls. As the synchro pair leave to our rear, look to your left hand side, you can see the nose lights of Enid twinkling in the distance, joined by Reds 8 and 9. The smoke comes on from Red 1. Eight and 9, roll goes, Reds 8 and 9 roll around the rest of the formation. In the corkscrew. And once again, you can see a training of famous red, white and blue. Not only here at Rio, we fly the synthetic aviation fuel. We are flying with environmentally friendly, biodegradable smoke oil. This is hydro-treated vessel oil. It's 100% blend. And the Red Arrows are the first and only team to use both renewable smoke and synthetic aviation fuel. It protects and promotes innovation and British excellence. In from the right, Red 6. In from the left, Red 7. Each aircraft will perform a barrel roll, crossing the middle before turning hard away from each other. Now pulling up to 6 GME to everything about it. It's weighing 6 times heavier than you and I have to stand on the FPO. They're pulling hard against that G-Pods. Thanks to us. Not only that, we change from red to blue, blue to red. Then keep that 6G turn on Red 7 in our left, maintaining that separation on Red 6 to complete the manoeuvre called the Circus. Once again, as the synchro pair leave to our rear, look to your right 45 over the BA Systems hangar in the distance. The white smoke comes on from Enid. Once again, our famous red, white and blue come on. Red 1 performs a barrel roll in the sky, leaving a snake-like smoke trail in the sky in a manoeuvre called the Serpent. 7 years is striving for excellence in everything that we do. But we also like to think that we leave the team in a better place from when we first joined it. Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 now move up alongside Red 1. They're looking hard, 90 degrees along their shoulder line, while maintaining up to 3 to 4G. An extremely hard formation to maintain. In from the right, the smoke comes on for the Tango Present. Keep looking to your left, keep looking to your right. You're looking for Red 6 and 9 coming in from the left. Red 7 and 8 from the right. For one of our new manoeuvres for 2025, this is Chainsaw. Red 6 and 9 being inverted for up to 30 seconds, working extremely hard against that negative G. All the blood rushing to their brains, conversing how they roll the correct way up, turning that negative G to positive G. All the blood rushing from their heads all the way into their feet, working hard against their G-pads to remain conscious while maintaining that aircraft flight at 350 to 400 miles per hour. Look to your left, Enid running back in, the smoke comes on from Red 1. 2 and 3, roll goes, 2, 3, roll to the outside. This is the rollbacks. Look directly to your front once again, and you're looking for the nose lights of Hannah. That's Red 6, 8 and 9. 8 and 9 roll go, they roll around the smoke of Red 6, while Red 7 does a grand job of hiding in the smoke of Red 6. For our second manoeuvre for 2025, this is Tempest. Again, we have Red 6 and 8 to our left, Red 7 and 9 to our right hand side. The synchro power will come up to approximately 1,500 feet, turn back towards the display line for their final manoeuvre of the show. Each aircraft will dive down to that 100 feet. They'll have that closing speed of over 900 miles per hour once again. They'll perform a barrel roll. Cross at only 30 metres, 100 feet wingtip to wingtip, followed by inverted flight to leave the display area in a manoeuvre called the crossbow. You can see once again the nose lights of Enid twinkling in the distance through the smoke, joined by Reds 8 and 9. Sirs, moms, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Royal International Air Tattoo, it's been an honour and a pleasure, so please put your hands together for the 2025 Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team. It's the Red!
Amazing. Barry, thank you so much.
You're welcome. A very interesting interview from Elisa there on the big screens as the Red Arrows come in. Once again, through its flying masks on its air show link, RAF service.
Go to work.
Serving every domain.
In every part of the world, for everyone. We ensure those we serve always stay. So, the Red Arrows flying, remember, on sustainable aviation fuel for the first time at the public air show this weekend. Roll out. It's time once again to welcome back RAF's latest asset, the Wedgetail AEW1, a Boeing product, of course. We're getting 3 of these aircraft as successors to another Boeing aeroplane, the E-3D Symmetry AEW1, the Lightning, the Phantom, and then latterly the Tornado F3 as the Tornado F3 operational conversion unit. Since then, it has become part of the Air Warfare Centre, and it operates as a test and evaluation squadron, focusing on evaluating aircraft, weapons and tactics. Squadron is easily recognisable by its famous red and white checkers and the phoenix rising out of the ashes, and its motto is Quid Securium Ruat, which translates to what if heaven falls. On that dorsal radar array on the Wedgetail, what's often referred to as the top hat